Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is Talking Music. Today on the show, we have Mikey Sawyer from post-hardcore band Misfortune.
What up? What up? It's good to talk to you again.
Cause I need you around me in all I should while it I might not make it through the night, but you say that's alright. Cause I'm needing you lately, and it's weighing on me, that I won't go down now without a doubt in this rolling blackout.
The last time you were on the show was right after you released Backlash. What have you been up to since then?
Oh man. So since then we've been working on a new album called Gravity's Rainbow. I think we were still in the thick of that whenever we last spoke. But now I can thankfully say the album's done being recorded. It's currently in the mixing and mastering stage before we hand it into the label. So we're so close to like final masters and handing it in. We've had the artwork done for a couple months. And so it's coming. It's coming. We got the singles picked out. We're just waiting on it to get mastered, which it's being mastered by like a Grammy level engineer, a 9-time platinum winning engineer. So we're extremely excited to hear this finally done. It's been in the works since January 2021. So
Okay. And how many songs are going to be on the album?
there's going to be 13 songs.
Did you just get a new guitar player too recently?
Yeah, I just got a new guitar player. His name is Bino. He's from Denver. He's the fucking homie. Like, this new lineup that I have is like the friendliest group of guys that like we all get along. We all have the same goals and the same determination, and we're like really settling in with this new group. We've been practicing and getting ready for some shows that we're announcing soon. So hella stoked.
Okay. You just released Rolling Blackout December 15th, 2022, and it starts out with you singing I Lost My Mind. What can you tell me about this song?
Okay, man. So I got done explaining it yesterday. Oh, I wish I had my notes in front of me. But basically, the song, it started with the title. I have a list of titles in my phone that I think are cool sounding titles for like our albums or our, songs or whatever. And I kind of just plug them in here and there. So whenever my studio guitar player, my ghostwriter, I guess they'll call him, Ian, he sends me a pack of songs. He sent me that instrumental. It was in a pack of songs, and that one was called Active Rock. It was spelled like RAWKKKKKK. It was pretty funny. Active Rock. But we were like, let's take a stab at an Active Rock single. I plugged in the name Rolling Blackout to it because it just fit. And then from there is becomes the job of trying to shape and form like an aesthetic and like a lyrical content around the instrumental, the vibe I'm feeling while I'm listening to it. And so, long story short, Rolling Blackout and the lyrics is kind of about whenever your mental health is kind of like spiraling because you're being gaslit by someone. Um, that's kind of the short explanation of it. But you know, to widen it just a little bit, I also tried to bring in like some stormy Midwest emo rock and roll themes and vibes into it, and just kind of sandwich that all into a song. Truthfully, the song is like 3 different songs that I wrote in the past that I kind of just morphed them together and just made it fit the title and the theme, which was Rolling Blackout. So yeah.
I lost my mind that I can't deny through your eyes. Can't help but wonder why I don't need them. I just need something to believe in. Will I finally learn my lesson?
Now, you guys just signed with Life or Death for your new album, Gravity's Rainbow. Is that like an indie label?
Yeah, so it's an indie label. It's an imprint of The Orchard. So we're essentially distributed through The Orchard, which bought out Sony Red a few years back. And basically, what that means is that whenever we pitch a song or we're going to release a song, it kind of goes to the front of the list. As far as like the DSPs, like Spotify and Apple Music, they know that whatever submissions are coming in from the Orchard, that there's a certain talent level and threshold that, or a certain bar, I guess, you have to meet to be distributed through the Orchard because they only, pick people that they want to put out and stuff. Unlike, TuneCore, CD Baby. So essentially, the Orchard makes it so our submissions go to the front of the list, and it just helps us, have a few more options to where we basically still do have complete creative control over our music, and like we kind of keep ourselves in the driver's seat. We have a 50-50 deal with our label, which is great. Um, and so, yeah, that's just what's working for us right now. And we really like Life or Death. They've been a great home to us. They really just let us do what we want with this album, Gravity's Rainbow, with as little interference as possible, like from a label. They've given us a little bit of, input about singles and stuff like that. But, otherwise they let us do our thing and they trust us to make the album that we believe in. And this is that.
Now, is it like a one album deal?
So to be fully transparent for this Life or Death deal, it's for one LP and one EP. So and the EP is an option, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna do the option just because Gravity's Rainbow turned out so sick. I mean, it's not fully freaking done yet, but like from what it's gonna be that we can tell, it's gonna be a super dope album. So we're down to do the EP as well. We're still throwing around some titles and stuff like that. It will either, yeah, that's all I can really say about that. It's a one and one option right now.
And what kind of services do they provide? They just give you distribution, or do they give you like placements and stuff like that?
So the record label gave us a budget. I had invested about $3,000 or $4,000 of my own money into developing the new album, and at a certain point, we decided to partner up with them, and they were going to give us a lot of cash and stuff to basically finish it and to market it. So we hopped at that idea, and then the Orchard handles the distribution side as far as the submissions and everything. So we kind of have that major label backing and support on the back end, and then whereas Life or Death, they kind of handle the like marketing side and also funding our project and stuff. So
What can we expect from the new album as far as the sound? Is it varied?
It's definitely Misfortune. Without giving too much away, it's like the songs are like classically good. Like I don't know how to say it. Like there's definitely an aesthetic. There's definitely a vibe. This album was very much about the vibes and like the integrity of the songs. We tried to step out of our box and do something just a little different from what we've done in the past, which to be fair is kind of a trend that we followed for a while because the way I look at our catalog now, it's kind of like choose your adventure story. Like if you want the cult classic, the debut, you go listen to A Spark to Believe. If you want the dark, moody mixtape vibes, you got How the Story Ends. If you want the comeback Green Day fucking album, self-titled. If you want the emo acoustic, vibes, Cruel Summer. So with Gravity's Rainbow, it's very much like our like post-hardcore return to form. I hate to use the term swancore for lack of a better term. Swancore album. So I think people are gonna like this one. I know my ears really enjoy listening to it because it's just a new, refreshing take on the band while still being true to like what we started.
What do you guys got planned for 2023?
So we have a couple shows that we're about to announce, some one-offs, as well as a couple festival dates. And we're also working on a short run right now with our friends in On High, which used to be known as Makeout on Rise Records. So definitely some pop punk shows, some metalcore shows. We're even playing some like hip hop shows and stuff. So it's gonna be pretty sweet.
And when can we expect the album to be released?
So there's not a set street date yet, to be honest, just because we haven't turned in the final masters. Once we turn in that final product, which should be here in the next 30 days, they're going to schedule all the singles. So then I'll know all the date for the next 4 singles and the album. All I can say is 2023, hopefully in quarter 2, somewhere around there.
Okay, so you'll release a couple more singles and then the album will drop.
Yeah, definitely. As far as the singles for this album, we kind of take an approach like the more the merrier. Like, we have some really good songs that we want to give them a chance to shine. And the only way to really do that nowadays is to drop, a lot of singles. But there's 13 tracks on the album. 3 songs have already been released. That was the trilogy, The Day the Sun Died, Backlash, All the White Lies. Those are on the project. And then Rolling Blackout. And then the next song I believe we're putting out is called Matching Energies. It's kind of a little like diss track, but we'll see if that's really the one they put out next. But we'll see.
Where can we get a hold of you guys? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram is /misfortune official at the end. Twitter is twitter.com/misfortune. TikTok, we're now on TikTok pretty heavily. That's tiktok.com/misfortune official. YouTube is Misfortune official. And yeah, I'm Mikey Sawyer Music and Mikey Sawyer.
That's all the questions I have. Thanks for coming on the show today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Okay, Randy. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for having me. Yeah, awesome time. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
'Cause I need